Okay. Good morning, students. Myself, Vinod Bier, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. Welcome to third semester. In third semester, one of the subject it's, that is the building materials and construction. Course code 18CV36. Course outcome means after the completion of this course, what is the outcome? Why you should learn this course? Means in this course, we discuss the various components in construction of substructure and superstructure of building. Okay, what is the meaning of substructure and superstructure of the building? See, for the reference of ground level, what are the structures are below the ground level? We call it as a substructure. What are the structures are above the ground level? We call it as a superstructure. For example, foundation is the substructure, wall, lintel, mold, floor, roof is come under the superstructure. Means ground level as in a reference point. Below the ground level, what are the components are there? Building components, foundation, sump, foundation, bed. Means these are all come under the substructures. That is the difference between the substructures and the superstructure of the building. And next one is apply the knowledge of engineering materials and construction methodology to design building component of substructure and superstructure. Here, what are the knowledge? You have to apply the basic knowledge, engineering knowledge. For example, brick, stone, paint. Okay, these are the materials, engineering materials. Means these are the basic materials are required for the construction of any civil engineering structure. Okay, come to the again substructure and superstructure. Below the ground level, foundation, cement is required, stone is required, bricks are required, soil is also one of the building material. And come to the above the ground level, reinforcement, cement, concrete. Means these are all engineering material. We have to gain the knowledge of these engineering material and what are the methodology we are adopting. There are the different methodologies are there. For example, for the molding, last 20 years 30 years back, with help of the scaffolding and form work, with the help of the manpower, we are placing the mold. Now RMC, ready mix concretes are available. Like that, every day the technology is changing from one point to another point. And next one is propose the building material and innovative technology for the real time situation. Obviously, for the real time situation, every day that is the innovation is changing. The innovative products are coming, innovative materials are coming. For example, last 30 40 years back, you can aram say we can get the river sand. Nowadays there is the M sand. Means there is slightly there is the materials methodology we are changing. We have to accept the materials. River sand, instead of river sand, nowadays there is the M sand. Instead of red brick, nowadays cement concrete blocks, aerated concrete blocks, lightweight blocks. These are the materials we are getting. And next one is evaluate the latest building materials and construction technologies. For example, if you want to construct the building near Puttainhalli Lake, okay, Puttainhalli Lake, obviously there is the groundwater table is too high. We can't get the there is the good soil. At the same time, bearing capacity means good soil, self healing strength of the soil. We can't get the good strength soil. We have to apply the knowledge. We have to what are the knowledge we gain with help of this subject, we have to implement there. That is the evaluation process. We are evaluating the site condition. Based on this site condition, we are constructing the building or any civil engineering structure. And next one, identify the latest techniques and development in a building material and construction. I already given the example, that is the yum sand, river sand. Now olden days, that is the help of the cement, soil, we are manufacturing the bricks. Nowadays the things are different. We are going for the plastic bricks. or coconut shell bricks. Like that, different bricks are there. There is the materials we are identifying. There is the latest techniques and development in the building materials and construction. This is the outcome of this course. After the completion of this course, you can gain the knowledge of various building materials and engineering application, innovative technology, real-time situation. That is, the problems are different. In theory, there is the part is different. When you go to the site, okay, there is the practical situation is completely different. And you are identifying the latest technology. What are the latest technologies are there? Updating versions are there in civil engineering field, in materials. After the completion of these things, you are getting, you are can able. And next one, course objectives. Why you should learn this course? What is the objective of this course? There is the building material and construction. There is the subject. What is the objective? Why you should learn? That is the basic concept of this course is you can recognize the good building materials, good civil engineering materials. For example, bricks. I told there is the red brick, cement concrete brick, aerated brick. Like that, different bricks are there. Based on the site condition and the availability of the material, we have to decide which type of the material is useful for the site condition. For example, if you want to construct the, that is the house or any building structure near the lake side or river side, okay, which type of the material is useful? Suppose if you want to construct a building in Rajasthan, at the same time in Kashmir, temperature is different, okay, cement setting times are different. In Kashmir, that is the temperature is sometimes it is negative, 0, 1 degree, 2 degree, or minus, like that, Celsius. That is the temperature. In Rajasthan, Bihar, those kind, the temperature is too high. Cement set faster. You have to select the material, which climatic condition, what is the site condition, availability of the material. You can recognize the good building material. And next one is in investigation of soil condition, deciding and design the foundation for the different structure. For example, for the building, you can see there is the foundation styles are different. If you go for the towers, electric towers, foundation is different. In the metro work, foundation is different. Based on the soil condition, I given the example. If you want to construct the building near Putenali Lake, you have to adopt for the different foundation style. If you want to construct the building near BMSIT campus, that is the foundation styles are different because of soil condition. Sometimes soil strength is not up to the mark. In those areas, you have to go for the different types of foundation. Okay, and next one is the different types of masonries. Is masonry is nothing but a wall. Sometimes you can see best example is Vidhan Sauda. There is completely stone masonry wall, stone without plastering, stone and mortar, stone and mortar. There is the stone masonry. Next to that one, that is the high court. That is the example of brick masonry. Okay, without plastering, with the help of the stone, brick, whatever it may be. Okay, if you constructed a wall, that wall we call it as a masonry. Okay, different types of masonries are there. Random masonry. If you go to any resort or hotels, you can see there is the randomly they inserted the stones in unequal manner. Okay, that is also a good example of masonry. BMSIT, there is the compound. Okay, that is a good example of stone masonry. Like that. And in selection of material, design and supervision of suitable type of floor and roof. See, especially in Malnad region and some of the places, you can see that is a slope roofs. In Bangalore, Mysore, and some of the area, you can see the flat roof because of climatic condition. Okay, because of rainfall data, because of temperature. You have to design the roofs as well as the floors depend upon the field condition. And next one is there is the doors are there, different types of doors, window, plastering, damp proofing, scaffolding, shoring, underpinning. These are all the, there is the basic materials or basic methodology you are using in the construction of building. Means this is the objective, this is the objective of this course. With the help of this course, you can decide the what type of the foundation we can implement, what is the material you can implement, type of masonry you can decide, and type floor as well as the roof you can decide. And you can gain the knowledge of different types of doors. In BMSIT campus, it's at the main entrance there is a steel door or door gate is there. When you enter the department, there is an escape, there is the rolling shutter type in a lab block, and different types of doors are there. Based on this is also based on the purpose, utilization, and windows, plastering, painting. Okay, these are the material. There is the things you can get the knowledge. And come to the syllabus. There is the module number 1. Module number 1 deals with, that is the building materials. Okay. As you know, stone is the one of the building material, major building material. In the first module, stone as a building material, yes, we have to agree, stone as a one of the natural building material. And here, what are the requirements of good building stones? Simply, we can't select the different types of stones. For example, granite having the more strength compared to the marble, and when compared to the marble, sandstone is the lighter one. The strength is very less. Like that, depend upon the purpose, depend upon the construction, depend upon the availability of the material. If you want to construct the, there is the granite building near Mysore or some places, that is the availability is very less. If you want to construct the marble building near Rajasthan, means it is very easy, because there is the plants are there, marble plants are there, means availability of the material, local availability material. And next one is the dressing of stones. It should be, dressing means it should be in proper shape. There is the rectangle shape, square shape, like that. We have to remove the uneven, unwanted, there is the surfaces. We have to make a level surface. Dressing, that is known as dressing. And deterioration and preservation of stonework. How you can preserve the stonework? Simply you can't throw here and there. Simply it not merged with the soil or cement. Okay, you have to preserve the stonework. How you can preserve the stonework? This is with respect to stones. And next one is the bricks. There are the different types of bricks are there. I already mentioned. That is the red brick, cement concrete brick, solid brick, hollow brick, aerated brick, lightweight bricks. Like the different types of bricks are there. Here, what is the meaning of brick and classification of bricks? Different types of bricks, and how you can manufacture the clay brick. Clay brick is nothing but a red brick. Okay, how you can manufacture the clay brick. And requirement of good bricks. How, what are the requirements should be there? Simply you can't select the, there is the bricks. It should be in rectangle shape. It should be the dimension of brick. There is the red brick or nothing but a clay brick. As per Indian standard, the dimension of brick is 9 by 9 by 19 centimeter. This is the usual question in your PGCET or GATE or any competitive examination. What is the dimension of, standard dimension of red brick or clay brick? Means that is 9 by 9 by 19 centimeter without plastering. Okay, with plastering 10 by 10 by 20 centimeter with plastering. Sometimes they will twist the question. What is the standard dimension of brick with plastering? Means that is 10 by 10 by 20 centimeter. Without plastering, that is 9 by 9 by 19 centimeter. And that is the usual question they will ask in a competitive examination. And what are the requirement? And it should be strong. The water absorption should be less. Like that, there are the requirements are there. And next one is, what are the tests you have to conduct for the brick? Every time you can't come to the laboratory, you can't test it. For example, you are constructing the house near the Kodagu or Sakleshpura, any remote places. Okay, there you can't expect the laboratories. Some of the materials you have to conduct the test in field itself. Okay, that is called it as a field test. What are the field tests are there? What are the laboratory tests are there? How you can calculate? What is the effects? How you can find out the property of good brick? Based on the field and laboratory test, you can find out. And next one is compression strength. What is the strength of the brick? What is the strength? Simply, you can't collect the material, you can't place it in buildings, you can't place it. It should be have some strength should be there. some holding capacity should be there. What is the holding capacity? What is the compression strength of brick? That is the usual question they will ask in market. What is the strength of the brick? It is more or less, like that they will ask. That is the usual question. The public, what is the public tree? If the bricks is very strong, means that is the good brick. Yes, we have to agree. But what type of material they are using to convert it as a good brick, means to strengthening the brick up, that is also important. Consistent. And what is the water absorption? As you know, I already mentioned, that is the red brick, it absorbs the more water because of clay content. If you go for the cement concrete block or hollow block or solid block or aerated block or lightweight blocks, okay, that is the water absorption is little bit less compared to the clay brick. If water absorption is more than 50%, means you can't expect the strength, because what are the voids are there, the water is completely absorb the, that is the voids, and you can't get the good strength. And effluence and dimension, I already mentioned, the as per Indian standard, the dimension should be 9 by 9 by 19 centimeter dimension. And the cement concrete blocks, I already mentioned, there are the different types of cement concrete blocks are there nowadays. You can see hollow block, solid block, lightweight block, aerated block, and nowadays they are using the plastic blocks also. There are the different types of there is the blocks. And next one is stabilized mud block. What is the meaning of stabilization? For example, if you want to construct the house near the Putenali Lake, okay, there is the lake side, groundwater table is too high. That soil is not a red soil, that is called as a sediment soil. Because there is a sediment is going on, there is a sediment soil. In a sediment soil, you can't expect a good property. You can't expect a good property. You have to stabilize the soil. How you can stabilize? By adding the additional or different material to the that soil. For example, sediment soil or nothing but a lake soil, you are adding the cement content, then you can stabilize, improve the property of soil. You are adding the fly ash or lime or any material, if you add any material to the soil, slightly it can increase, at the same time it can decrease also. You have to check in a laboratory whether this material, this soil we are using this material, we are mixing with this material, whether we can gain the, there is the strength or decrease. We have to check in laboratory, then we can use it that material as a stabilization. Okay, stabilization mud block means, suppose if you want to construct the house in a remote place, transportation is too, you can't expect any transportation. You have to dig the soil, that is the local availability material, and with help of that material you can construct the house. With help of the some additional material, you are adding the some additional material, you can stabilize the mud block and it can use for the construction purpose. And sizes, this should be uniform size. If you go for the non-uniform size or shape of the brick, means again it is reflected on the economy of the structure. It should be uniform size. Requirements of good blocks. What are the requirements of good blocks? Easy to transport, easy to lift, it should be have the strength property, transportation, means these are all come under the requirement of good blocks. And continuation of model number 1, that is next one is the mortar. What is the meaning of mortar? In examination also you can expect what is the difference between mortar and concrete. Okay, mortar is nothing but a material, it is the proper, there is a combination of cement and fine aggregate. What is the meaning of fine aggregate? Fine aggregate is nothing but a sand. Okay, in a technically we call it as a sand, as in a fine aggregate. Okay, fine aggregate. Mortar we can use it for the plastering purpose, and if you want to join the two bricks, we can use it as any material, that is called it as any mortar. And next one, what is the meaning of concrete? If you mix the material, that is cement, mixture of cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, we call it as any concrete. Cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, we call it as any concrete. Okay. And next one is, that is the RCC, reinforced cement concrete. What is the meaning of reinforced cement concrete? Means adding the, that is the mixture of cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate plus steel. If you use the steel, they call it as an RCC, is nothing but a reinforced cement concrete with water. Okay, here mortar is nothing but a, that is the mixture of cement as well as the fine aggregate mortar. There are the different types of mortars are there. Okay, for example, there is a mud mortar. They are using the soil as a mortar. In a village side, you can expect that is the mud mortar, mud plastering, mud masonry, mud mortar, and a cement mortar. And some places, especially temple, mass, church, you can see there is a lime mortar also. With help of the lime, they constructed the building, call it as a lime mortar. And next one is types as well as the requirement. What are the requirements should be there? It should be satisfy the structure. What are the things are there? It should be easy to work, and it should not affect the labors, and you can mix easily. This is some of the technical requirements. And next one is, as you know, timber is also one of the building material. Okay, which type of the timber is useful? For example, if you construct a building, they will ask, that is the customer, they will ask whether that is the teak wood or some other timber or sal. They will ask what, which type of the, that is the timbers are there. For main door, they are using the different types of timber. For rooms or kitchen, they are using the different types of timbers or wood. Okay, which type of the timber, how you can select the timber in a market, there is come under the timber as a construction material. I already mentioned there is the mortar is the mixture of cement as well as the fine aggregate. Next one is that is the fine aggregate. Fine aggregate is in, technically we call it as a fine aggregate. In another word, that is called it as a sand. Okay. What are the materials are passing 4.75 mm sieve? We call it as a fine aggregate. See, this is also you can expect this question in any competitive exams or GATE, PGCT, those kinds of exam. What are the materials are passing 4.75 mm sieve? 4.75 mm sieve. We call it as a fine aggregate. What are the materials are retain on 4.75? We call it as a coarse aggregate. That is the difference. In examination also, they will ask 2 to 3 marks. What is the difference between fine aggregate and coarse aggregate? What are the materials are passing 4.75? We call it as a fine aggregate. What are the materials are retain 4.75? We call it as a coarse aggregate. Next one is sieve analysis. This is the one of the test you can find out what are the materials are there. As you know, there is the soil is mixture of silt, clay, sand, gravels. Okay, but what is the percentage? If you collect the soil, 1 kg of soil, there is the 1 kg of soil, there is the combination of silt, clay, sand, gravel. But what is the numerically, what is the percentage? Simply we can't claim it. Clay is also there, silt is also there, sand is also there. Numerically, how much? Out of 1000 grams, whether 200 grams is clay content or 250 grams, we don't know. We can calculate what is the clay content, silt content, sand content, gravel with the help of sieve analysis. With the help of the sieve analysis, we can come to conclusion. For example, out of 1000 gram, 200 gram is silt content, 250 gram is clay content, or 400 grams is sand content, remaining is like that. We can calculate with the help of the sieve analysis. And next one is specific gravity. With help of the specific gravity, you can calculate how much quantity of sand is required. For example, if you want to construct a house, how much quantity of that is the sand is required? You can't claim it 2 bag, 3 bag, or 3 kg, 4 kg. You can't claim it. You have to calculate how much quantity of sand is required or fine aggregate is required. Or 1 truck, 2 truck, 3 truck. 1 truck means how much? 3 meter cube or 4 meter cube or 8 meter cube. How you can calculate? With the help of specific gravity, you can calculate how much quantity of sand or fine aggregate is required for any civil engineering structure. And next one is bulking. What is the meaning of bulking? Bulking is it increases the volume of sand. That is known as, that process is known as a bulking. You can see in a lorries, trucks, they are inserting the water because it increases the volume. Okay, when you extract the moisture content, it becomes the volume, it reduces the volume. So when they are selling the product, means there is the sand, They are inserting the, or they are sprinkled the water. Only thing is to increase the, there is the volume. And next one is the moisture content. What is the moisture content? What is the water contents or their presence in a fine aggregate? These are the tests, some of the tests they are conducted for the fine aggregate. And next to come to the coarse aggregate. I already mentioned what are the materials are passing 4.75, we call it as a fine aggregate. What are the materials are retain 4.75, we call it as a coarse aggregate. In the coarse aggregate, here also natural as well as the manufactured aggregate. Yes, natural aggregate is nothing but a boulders with the help of the fly ash. Nowadays, with the help of the fly ash also, they are manufacturing the aggregate. There is known as an M aggregate or manufacture aggregate or artificial aggregate, like that. See, we don't know last 20 years back around we can get the river sand. Now there is the mandatory we are going for the M sand, like that. Stone, now stones are available. There is the aggregates is nothing but a boulders or coarse aggregate is available. Next 10-20 years we don't know whether it is available or not. Now we have to think for innovative material. There is material. Nowadays they are going for the fly ash stones or manufactured stones or yum stones. And next one is importance of size, shape, and textures. What is the importance of size, shape, as well as the texture? As you know, in aquarium also we can get these stones. There is nothing but a pebbles. Okay, they are, we are not using the pebbles for the construction of the manufacturing of concrete. Why? What is the reason? Anyone?
Smooth surface.
Anyone? Smooth surface,
Smooth surface.
exactly. There is a smooth surface. At the same time, there is an interlocking capacity. You can't expect any interlocking capacity because there is the round surface, rounded surface. If you go for the rounded surface or any pebble shape, you can't expect any interlocking capacity. So that wise, it should be in triangle shape, sharp edges. Means you can expect the there is the interlocking capacity, size. And at the same time, for the concrete we can't go for the 60 mm, 80 mm, 100 mm, 200 mm size of bricks. 20 mm, 30 mm size is also matter here. Size as well as the shape and texture should be rough texture. If it is in a smooth, you can't expect the binding in the, that is the binding power protein cement as well as the aggregate. It should be rough surface. And here also, if you want to calculate size, shape, and texture, some of the tests you have to conduct. What are those tests? First one is grading of aggregate. How you can bifurcate the there is the aggregate. And sieve analysis. I already mentioned. For example, I want 20 mm aggregate for the molding purpose or lintling construction of lintel. We have to segregate or we have to separate the 20 mm size of aggregate. Sometimes, for example, in a road construction, they will ask for 60 mm aggregate. Means there is a bigger side, bigger size. For road construction, they are using different one. Like that, with help of the sieve analysis, we can divide it the, that is the material. And next one is the specific gravity. Here also you can see both sometimes aggregate, there is the granite as well as the marbles, you can see same, almost or similar, but specific gravity is different. Limestone specific gravity is different. If specific gravity is more, then you can expect the density is also more. And next one is the flakiness, elongation index, and crushing impact and abrasion test. Means these are all tests. You can conduct these tests. With help of these tests, you can come to conclusion whether this type of the stone we can use it for the construction purpose or not. For example, for the construction of house, you are using the different types of stones or coarse aggregate. When you go for the dam construction or road construction, okay, you are using the different types of coarse aggregate because upcoming loads act as an important role for any civil engineering structure. For metro work, upcoming loads are too high. For residential house, upcoming loads are too less. When you go for the apartments, upcoming loads are more. For example, in apartments, 20-story, 30-story, or 15-story building, okay, upcoming loads on the soil is too high, or foundation is too high. You have to go for the good type of the, that is the stones, okay. For the residential house, ground G+1, G+2, that upcoming load is, there is too nominal. compared to metro as well as the apartments. So you have to select based on the availability material, based on the purpose, which type, what is the purpose, you can select. And the next one is, there is the module number 2 deals with the foundation and the masonry. I already mentioned in your course objective foundation, there are the different types of foundations are there. Okay, simply you can't go and blindly you can't decide that this type of the foundation or foundation is required or not. Sometimes they will tell foundation is not required. Okay, you have to select the, there is the which type of the foundation. I already mentioned for the G+1 or ground floor plus first floor, now foundation styles and designs are different. When you go for the metro work, foundation is different. When you go for the road work or flyover construction, there is the foundation is different. When you go for the apartments, foundation work is different. When you go for the electric power, okay, foundation work is different. Depend upon the, that is the upcoming load and availability of the material and the soil property, you have to design the foundation. Here first you have to investigate the soil, whether that is the soil can hold the, there is the upcoming loads or not. You have to select the soil, investigate or test on the soil. After the after the summer, means after that you can come to conclusion whether there is a soil having the bearing capacity or not. Okay, and next one is, after the come to the conclusion, you can select the which type of the foundation is required. And what are the function of foundation? It easily distributed the that is the, you can easily distribute a load to the soil, it act as any medium. And what are the requirement of good foundation, and types of foundation, and what are the types of foundation, and why it is required, those things you can study in module number 2 first part. And next one is, that is the masonry. I already mentioned there is the different types of masonries are there: brick masonry, stone masonry, different types of masonries are there. Here also depend upon the appearance purpose, architectural get up. Okay, you are selecting the different types of masonry. And different types of walls, there is the main wall, partition wall, load bearing wall, cavity walls. And in walls also there are the different, nowadays there are different types of walls are there. There is the best example is Indira Canteen. Indira Canteen, there is completely precast concrete walls. There is the ready-made concrete, there is the walls are available. You can order it, what is the dimension is required, you can place it. There is the Indira Canteen, there is the wall, there is the structure. This is also a good example. Come to the masonry point, you can in module number 2 you can deal with masonry. What is the importance of brick masonry, what are the advantages and disadvantages of brick masonry and stone masonry, different types of walls, what are the material you are using for the different types of walls, what are the combination, that is the composite materials you are using, what is the importance of load bearing wall or main wall, and what is the meaning of partition wall, what is the thickness of partition wall. Usually partition wall thickness is, that is the 4 inches. 4 inches is the, usually that is the partition wall thickness. For load bearing or main wall thickness is, that is the 6 inches thickness. Okay, and the cavity wall and different types of joints. Okay, there are the different types of joints are there, why it is required, why joints are required. As you know, joints is the one of the weakest point in any structure. When you go for the steel structure, there is the welding or riveting, there is also jointed section. Joint is the one of the weakest point in any structure, in a stones also, in a brick or any structure. And what is the characteristic, which type of the joint is required. Simply you can't place it in any other manner. There are different types of joints are there. And next one is module number 3. As you know, there is the substructure as well as the superstructure. What are the structures are come under the below the ground level, like a foundation and a cement concrete bed, column. These are all come under the substructure. Superstructure means lintel, arches, floor, roof. Means these are all come under the superstructure. Here also lintels, there are the different types of lintels are there. You can see in a temple and mosque, you can see there is the stone lintel. In some of the there is the government buildings, you can see there is the wood lintel. Okay, what is the meaning of lintel? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Lintel above the door or window level. Okay, we call it as a lintel level. That is known as a lintel. Below the window, we call it as a sill level. In your competitive and some of the examination, they will ask what is the minimum height of there is the lintel. There is the 2.1 meter. 2.1 meter. There is the standard height. Okay, sometimes they will differ. As per Indian standard, there is the 2.1 meter is the standard height for the lintel. Okay, and zero point 0.6 to 0.8 there is the sill level height below the window. Below the window we call it as a sill level. Above the window we call it as a lintel level. Okay, and there is the lintel, different types of lintels based on the material, based on the function, and based on the available, there is the space. There are different types of lintels are there. And next one is the arches. There are the different types of arches are there. Different cross section or shape of the arches are there. Semicircular arches and triangle arches or egg shape, like that. Different there is the shape of arches are there. And here also we are using different materials. There is a stone arch, brick arch, cement concrete arch. Okay, like that, different types of there is the arches also we can expect based on the material and purpose. And next one is the floor and roofs. Different types of floors are there, as you know. Wooden floor, cement concrete floor, and tiles, marble, granite floor. There are the different types of floors are there. Okay, here what are the requirement of good floors and what are the components of ground floor, or there is the floors, and how you can select the materials. Simply, for example, in Malnad region, you can't go and place here that is the marble or some of the thing, some of the type of that is the flooring material. There is the availability of the material and what type of materials, whether that is the we can use it or not, like that. We have to select the selection of floor materials, procedure of laying, how you can lay the granite, marble, or vitrified or wooden flooring, like that. How you can lay the that is the flooring material. And next one is how you can lay the. Dear students, please log in through college official mail ID only. Please, it's my request. Please log in through official mail ID only. And flow different types of there is the concretes. And next one is the different types, that is the mosaic files, slate, marble, granite tiles, and vitrified or cement concrete. There are different types of floors, availability of the material, and financial aspects. We have to select the floors. And next come to the roof. There are the requirement of good roofs are there. I already mentioned pitched roof is nothing but a slope roof, and a flat roof, and trusted roof. Depend upon the material. If you want to go for the material side, steel roof, wooden roof, or cement concrete roof, or stone roof, like that. Depend upon the material, you can select the roof styles. Here also for the industrial, that is the roof designs are different. For the commercial or residential, that is the roof designs are different. There are the different types of roofs are there. Next, module number 4. Module number 4 deals with the doors, windows, and ventilators. And here in this module, you have to select where you can locate the doors and windows. Simply, you can't locate or place a door in between the wall or in exactly center of the wall or corner. There are some procedure is there. We have to follow where exactly location of doors and window we have to place it, and what are the technical terms we have to use it. What are the technical terms? And next one is the materials for doors. There is the steel door, wooden door. Nowadays, brick and cement concrete doors also available. Plastic doors, fiber doors, like that. Here, PVC, CPVC, aluminum doors. Here, different types of doors. I already mentioned there is the rolling shutter is also one of the door. Sliding door. When rolling doors. near parks and gym side you can see there is the rolling or rotating doors and a main door, like the different types of doors and windows also, sliding door, one side opening window, depend upon that is the architectural getup we are using. And come to the there is the material with help of the glass or wooden and steel aluminum we can go for the door and as well as the windows. And ventilator is the small opening we are providing for the air circulation purpose. And next one is come to the states. There are the different types of states. The main application of states, we can move from the one point to another point in a mason in. Now we can use it as in a states. Okay, what are the different types of technical terms we are using for the different types of states? Wooden states and RCC, metal requirement of good states, geometrical design of RCC, dog leg, means there are different styles are there, dog leg and the open well stairs and formwork stairs. In BMSIT campus, in BSN block, there is a good example of dog leg stairs. Okay. And main block, there are the two entries are there. There is a good example of open well stairs. And formwork, here also formwork, wooden formworks are there, steel formworks are there. What are the different types of formworks and shoring and scaffolding? Here also availability of the material and availability of the material, we can select the um, scaffolding, farm work, and shoring purpose. And next one is model number 5. Model number 5 is deals with plastering and pointing. Okay, pointing means without plastering, two bricks in between there is any mortar is there, no, that is called it as in a pointing work. Plastering, different types of pointing, plastering, and what are the mortars? What is the proportion of mortars? Usually for the concrete mixed design, they call it as an a 1 is to 2 is to 4. What is the meaning of 1 is to 2 is to 4? Anyone? 1 is to 2 is to 4 means 1 is the cement, 2 or second component we call it as in a fine aggregate, and third component, for example 4, we call it as in a coarse aggregate. That is the mixed design of concrete. 1 is to 2 is to 4, 1 is to 3 is to 6, 1 is to 4 is to 8. Okay, like that. For mortar, 1 is to 2 means 1 is the cement and 2 is the fine aggregate. 1 is to 6, 1 is the cement and 6 is the fine aggregate. For the mortar, they are using different types of mortar, and what is the purpose of mortar, and what are the materials you are using, and what is the percentage of water you can include, that one. And plastering also, smooth plastering is required, or sand faced plastering, or stucco plastering, lath plastering, different types of plastering, that is the architectural getup. And defects in plastering, some of the defects you can expect, especially borewell water or salt water. If you use these kinds of water, you can expect there is a white patches. That is also one of the defects. And the air cracks, if you're not done proper curing, you can expect the cracks. That is also one of the defects. And now you can go for the waterproofing. And what is the thickness of waterproofing? You can expect these kinds of, that is the defects in plastering, different types of plastering. And dam proofing, that is nothing but a waterproofing, especially for the sump and water tank. We have to place a dam proofing or nothing but a waterproofing. What is the causes and effect and methods of waterproofing? And next one is the paint. As you know, there are the different types of paints are there, oil paint, or Asian paint, like that. Different types of paints are there. What is the purpose, where we can implement these kinds of, there is the paints, and what is the defects, and what are the ingredients are there, and what is the application and preparation and procedure for the new as well as the old plastered surface, and what is the procedure for wooden surface and the steel surface plastering. And these are textbooks I already shared in your WhatsApp group. There is the textbook, soft copy of textbook. Once again I will share to you. Sushil Kumar and BC Pumia and Rangwala. These are the textbooks you can expect in our college library also. I already shared in WhatsApp also. These are the textbooks and question paper pattern. As you know, question paper will have the 10 full questions carrying equal marks. Each full question will be of 20 marks. There will be 2 full question with a maximum of 4 sub question from each module. Each full question will have the sub question covering with the topic like 1A, 1B, 1C. You can expect this kind of questions, and these are all reference sections. Students, any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. In chat box, I will put here that is the attendance Google form link in chat box. After this class, please fill it, and 1 or 2 questions are there, technical questions with respect to today's class. Please fill it, pa. And please, it's my request, please log in through BMSIT College official mail ID only. Okay, this link is with respect to the attendance. Okay, I'll place it. And what about the online class? I already shared the online. There is the course. There is the wood science beyond building. Yes or no? Please complete it as per as possible early. Overall, completed the online. There is the course with in a Coursera. You can upload in a Google Classroom. You can upload in Google Classroom. There is a certificate. I want certificate that is completely free of cost. If you log in through BMSIT College official mail ID. Okay. Overall completed the course, you can upload. The file name should be your USN underscore and name. USN underscore name. Overall not registered, please register. Complete the course and upload as per as possible early. Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts? Adarsh,
No,
any doubt?
No, sir.
Adishwara Reddy,
sir. No, sir.
Bharat, Bharat Singh,
No, sir. No, sir.
Chiranjeevi,
No, sir.
Darshata, Deepti, Dhananjay,
Sir.
Vidyashri,
No, sir.
Harini.
Yes, sir. Varsha present.
Any doubt, ma?
No, sir.
Harshita,
No, sir.
any doubt, ma?
No, sir.
Hitesh, Gowda, Kushal,
No, sir.
Madan Kumar,
No, sir.
Mansi, Manohar,
No, sir.
Manoj,
No, sir.
Mohammed,
No, sir.
Mohan,
No, sir.
Neha, Renuka,
No, sir.
Rohit, Sampath,
No, sir. No, sir.
Shalik, Sharat,
No, sir.
Shashank, Shiv Prasad,
No, sir.
Chetan Roy, Siddharth, Saib, Tarun. I think
Sir,
Tarun
Shiv Prasad
completed the
present.
there is the online course, no? Coursera. Tarun, please uploaded that certificate in Google Classroom, pa. Okay. Hello. Hello. Tarun. Okay. Varsha, any doubt, ma? Varsha. Okay, I shared there is the attendance link in a chat box. After this class, please fill it, attendance and quiz with respect to today's class. If you have any doubt with respect to today's class, please call me. Okay, we can discuss, pa. Okay, thank you. Thank you, pa. Thank you.
Sir,
Tell me, pa.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕಳೆದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ವಿರುದ್ ಗೌಡ ಕರ್ನಪ್ಪ.
ಯದುನಂದನ್ ಸರ್.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ.
ಹಲೋ
ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ಯದುನಂದನ್ ಸರ್.
ಹಲೋ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
Okay. I download the attendance sheet also, pa. Okay. Thank you, pa.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.